He was just cleaning up. A single dad with scuffed shoes. But when a little girl in a wheelchair asked him to dance, he said yes, not knowing her billionaire mother was silently watching. And what she did next changed his life forever. Julian Brooks had cleaned more ballrooms than he could count, as a janitor working night events at the Four Seasons Grand Hall. He was used to blending into the background, mop in hand, name tag half faded, smile long gone. He never expected attention. Not when he was a single dad, barely holding things together since his wife passed 2 years ago. His 6-year-old daughter, Amari, was the only sparkle left in his life. He worked nights while she slept, just to keep the lights on and her school uniform clean. That night was supposed to be like any other an exclusive gala. Fancy dresses, diamond smiles, and one quiet janitor sweeping near the back wall. She wasn't like the others. While kids twirled and posed for selfies, she sat in a gold dress, her small legs still beneath a customized wheelchair. She watched the dancing from the edge of the floor, alone. Forgotten. Her name was Lily. She had cerebral palsy. Couldn't walk. Couldn't keep up with the other kids. But her eyes were wide with wonder, until one song slowed. The lights dimmed, and then she wheeled herself slowly over to Julian. "Mister, will you dance with me?" He paused, looked around. Everyone else was busy laughing. No one noticed her. No one except him. He put down the mop, smiled, and gently extended his hand. It would be an honor. Julian didn't know ballroom moves, but he knew rhythm. He held her hands, guided her wheels slowly as the music played. She giggled. He spun, lightly beside her chair, pretending they were floating across the stars. One of the waiters dropped a tray. A few guests turned. Whispers, some smiled. Others sneered. "That's the janitor? Is this allowed? Where's her mother?" But Julian didn't care. For 3 minutes, Lily wasn't just a girl in a chair. She was a princess on the floor. High above the floor, standing behind tinted glass. Someone was watching. Evelyn Worthington, multi-billionaire tech investor, founder of the gala, and Lily's mother. She had been stuck in a meeting room upstairs, speaking with board members. But when she saw her daughter dancing with a man in overalls, she stormed downstairs. Security moved to intercept the janitor. She stopped them and just watched. No one had made Lily smile like that in months. The music faded. Julian bowed low. Lily clapped excitedly. "Thank you. You're the best dancer ever." He smiled, gently wheeled her back toward her nurse, and picked up his mop like nothing happened. But the room wasn't the same anymore. Guests stared. Some with warmth, others with confusion. The DJ even asked, "Who was that guy?" Julian didn't answer. He just kept mopping, until a woman in a black evening gown walked straight up to him. Julian turned and froze. Evelyn Worthington, glamorous, intimidating, stood inches away. "Do you know who that little girl is?" He nodded. "She's the bravest dancer I've ever met." Evelyn didn't smile at first, then her eyes softened. "She doesn't talk to strangers. Ever. She didn't even speak to the last therapist I hired. But she danced with you." Julian stayed quiet. "What's your name?" "Julian. I'm just the janitor." "Not anymore." The next morning, Julian got a call. Not from the janitorial company, from Evelyn herself. She offered him a full-time position as child engagement consultant for the Worthington Foundation, specializing in emotional development for differently abled children. Full salary. Medical benefits. Private schooling for Amari. He said no at first. "I'm not qualified. I don't even have a degree." Evelyn said, "You have what most of my staff don't. Heart, patience, presence, and my daughter's trust." He said, "Yes." Months later, Julian arrives at a new event, the NO Mop. No uniform, he's in a tailored suit, holding hands with his daughter Amari as Lily wheels up to greet them. They dance again. All three. And this time the crowd applauds. He didn't wear a tuxedo. He didn't have a title. But he gave something that no one else could, a moment of dignity and joy. Because sometimes, the people we overlook are the ones holding the power to heal and to change everything. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still believes in everyday heroes. Sometimes, the most important invitation comes from the smallest voice.